welcome to my studio. I hope you're good. Today I thought it would be fun to do some character swaps. So I was going to get a well-known character and turn them into something completely different, but sort of so you could still see a character merging. I've seen a few of these on YouTube over the years, and in fact I think Jazza has done one quite recently. I'll link every one that I know of down below. I'm going to do it slightly differently by turning them into different kinds of mythical creatures and monsters, because wouldn't it be funny seeing, for example, Harry Potter as a unicorn? That's what I'm trying to do. So I thought, why not give it a go? I'm going to try and find some sort of wheel, spinny wheel, choosy wheel, some sort of spinning wheel thing, just to make it fair so you can see that I have no idea what we're going to do. Oh my god, I just had a thought that I wasn't recording the whole time then, and I've been out here for quite a while. I have been known to do that before, so I definitely don't want to repeat that. But yes, iPad and trusty pencil with my pencil grip. I found this spinny thing. We've got things like dragon, vampire, and definitely, yes, I've got unicorn on there. The characters, if you can see that without it reflecting everything. Ooh. We've got a good mix there. There's some males, some females, some older, some younger, so definitely going to be challenging. Let's go ahead and do it. I'll get sketching. We'll spin the wheels and see what happens. Let's do it. So let's go with my first character. I was actually really dreading this just because I've never done this before. But who are we going to get? So we have Lara Croft, and what are we going to try and make her into? Let's see. She's such a strong character, so I'm secretly hoping for a dragon. Oh, mermaid. Okay, let's somehow turn her into a mermaid. I'm going to do a bit of background research because to me, Lara Croft is definitely a throwback. I remember hiring the video of Lara Croft Tomb Raider from the local shop. I mean, there was no Netflix, no Amazon Prime, nothing like that. You literally went to the corner shop and picked out a DVD and borrowed it for a few days. I even remember when Blockbuster was still around. But that definitely feels like a story for another day. So back to Tomb Raider. I don't remember much about the game, but I definitely think that the newer film, which I haven't actually seen, which I may watch while I'm colouring her character. I think the newer character is based more on the video game colours, and I really want to look at taking the colours from the traditional Lara Croft into the mermaid character, because even though it's going to be a mermaid, I really want you to be able to look at it and go, well, that is Lara Croft as a mermaid, or, oh, that mermaid looks a bit like Lara Croft. And for me, there really is only one Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the one I grew up watching, so I'm going to base the mermaid character on her. So the first thing I did was flesh out a mermaid basic shape that could be turned into any other character to start with. I have drawn quite a few mermaids in my career actually, but basically it's a person with a tail. And you can't go wrong. You can develop it from there. Here's even this awesome challenge that I did a few years ago. It was Mermaid. It is on every year. Basically, you're drawing a mermaid character every day for the month of May. And it is a brilliant way to enhance your portfolio. And actually, I got a job based off the back of this. So it was a win all round. I definitely recommend it over on Instagram. I really made sure to reference the colour palettes from the Tomb Raider that I was focusing on to colour in this image. And for this image, I went for a picture book style mermaid. I figured it would be a really nice experiment to do each character in a slightly different style. Obviously, they're going to be all children's illustrations, but I was going to do a picture book style one, like quite a scribbly one, which is what I'm doing here, a fiction one, and my kind of normal default, my default picture book style. So you can kind of see how I approach each one. It really is all about adding those finishing touches, and I could not draw Lara Croft without the classic plait down her back, and also, of course, the triangle of light, which is definitely a very big part of the first original film. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the mermaid turned out, and I definitely think you can tell it's Lara Croft. So let's get on to the next character and spin this wheel again and see what we're going to get. Wow, Willy Wonka. So this video, it feels like, is really showing that I'm not so young anymore. Because for me, my Willy Wonka is Gene Wilder. But anyway, let's see what we're going to turn him into. Ooh, fairy. That's going to be interesting. So Willy Wonka is actually a book character. I even still have my copy from when I was a child. The illustrations are drawn by Quentin Blake and the author is Roald Dahl. It has so many interpretations. It's an amazing book. I definitely recommend. Actually, all of that collection is incredible. When you're drawing characters, it's also so important to get the pose right. And with Willy Wonka, he's a very fun character, so I definitely couldn't have him sort of standing there. He had to be doing something, there had to be movement, and especially because he was a fairy. I really cannot stress enough how much the colour palette really does affect the overall feel of the character. So the different colours and the different colour palettes will create varied feelings when you look at the piece. And purple is obviously associated with chocolate. Thank you, Cadbury's. And it's very vibrant and bright and rich and warm. I could not draw Willy Wonka without his golden tickets, so I definitely drew lots and lots of them. In fact, I probably got carried away, but more's more, right? I just love adding all these little details and extra touches that basically the more you look at a character, the more you see their story and the more you know about them. Oh, yeah, that's my head appearing. We'll just ignore that and focus on the illustrating that I'm doing. As you can see, this was done in a completely different style than the Lara Croft Mermaid because I wanted to do some fiction for this. I thought it really lent itself to the fiction style of trying to work from one black line and then blocks of bold and bright colours in between with kind of, especially compared to my picture book style, minimal shading. But I do really love the crisp kind of details it gives, especially with these golden tickets. And obviously I've got to add some stars and some magic because it's just what I do. So for me, as I said, there is only one Willy Wonka, but I did try to put in elements and colours and hints to all the versions really, because why not? And I think the colour palette really did encompass that. And yeah, so here's Willy Wonka as a fairy. I do really like the gold wings, I think that's a nice touch. But let's get on to the next wheel spin and our final character for this video. Great, Maleficent. So she is definitely an iconic character. Now, if we spin anything and get something that we've got before, I will spin again. And also, Maleficent's technically a fairy. Oh, amazing, unicorn. Okay, hold on a minute. Maleficent is a unicorn. Well, I mean, she does have horns, so that's a good place to start. So Maleficent is kind of the evil villain. Well, she is the evil villain from Sleeping Beauty, and there have been a lot of interpretations. There's Maleficent. I think there's Maleficent too. But anyway, just like the Willy Wonka story, Maleficent from the animated Sleeping Beauty, from growing up, it's definitely one of the fairy tale films that I absolutely loved, and I really loved the rich colours. Again, we're going to look at the purples, but this time we are really going to contrast it with green, because in her world, in the Disney villain world, her fire is kind of shown as this really green, luminous colour and glow, as you can see by the references that I've been searching. Where Maleficent has got such iconic features with the horns, the flames, and even down to the bird, I thought it would be important to get the unicorn form and shape nailed down first. I mean, I have drawn quite a few unicorns, which I really do like, but it definitely took me a long time to be really comfortable to get to the point of someone saying, draw a unicorn, and then I could draw it. Because, again, I've kind of developed a default style of unicorn, and then you can adapt and change depending on the style that you want to go for, and also the age you want to go to. So taller and thinner automatically goes for the older audience, like the fiction, like here are the centaurs. Obviously they're not unicorns, but they do have the horse body that unicorns share. And for picture books, you want the short, cute, kind of a bit chubby and huggable. So for this character, I kind of went somewhere in between, because the character is Maleficent and she is a villain. When it came to the added details and features, I really wanted to highlight the iconic, not globe, what's the word? The staff or her magic, because she is always shown with this no matter what film she appears in. Even though she's the villain, she's definitely misunderstood. If Maleficent has taught us anything, it's only right we gave her her little sidekick, as even evil villains need friends sometimes. despite the fact that they might look absolutely terrifying. Especially Maleficent with those horns. I mean, I might be wrong, but I think her daughter had to play the really, really young Aurora because everybody else was actually afraid of her when she got her makeup on and the horns. Then it was really time to work on the hair and give everything kind of the final details and touches. I really wanted the unicorn hair to sort of take its place as Maleficent's power and the flames that she's usually depicted in. Kind of, again, no matter where she appears, it's always these bright green flames. So I really challenged myself in order to make it, 1, look like flames, and 2, make it look like it was on fire. Hold on a minute, that's the same as making it look like flames. Anyway, the unicorn hair was very important. Also, with it being this very bright and luminous kind of neon green and neon yellow, it meant that it was the perfect contrast with purple to make them both really stand out. And I think it's created a really bright and distinctive character.
Thank you so much for watching. I've had so much fun. I think definitely my favourite was Maleficent into the unicorn. I mean, with the horns, it was actually quite lucky. I mean, unicorns and horses are kind of kryptonite. Is that the word? Like something I think you've either got or you haven't. And it's taken me a lot of years to be able to find a way that I like to draw them and to put them across in a children's style. If there's any characters from TVs, films or books that you'd like to see included or like to see me turn them into something else, then let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again in the next video.